everybody. Welcome back to the Untitled Podcast Project. Today we're going to be talking about folklore, but first we're going to be doing the y'all rocking with Amari de Serrano Lazzaroni Italia cookies. You ready for this one?
What am I ready for?
We're going to try these cookies. You've already eaten one. I haven't. Let's see.
I have. Oh, don't put the whole thing in your mouth. It's really sweet. I'm rocking with it.
Oh my god. Can I spit this out?
If you want to.
This is fucking disgusting.
What do you mean?
It's like bitter.
It's a cherry.
No.
It's like So the box is all in Italian. Oh, dry. The box is all in Italian. I don't know what it means. But it was $10.99 at World Market. But I think they're expired.
Yeah, I think they... Sorry, I need some water. Oh my god.
Oh.
The one I had, I don't know, it just tasted bitter. I'm not rocking with
I'm rocking with
Amari di Serrano Lazzaroni Italia. That sounds like a good pasta.
Uh-huh.
You like Lazzaroni?
I don't like Lazzaroni. I'll tell you why I don't like Lazzaroni.
Yeah?
I don't have any good reasons.
Alright. So,
Today, I don't know what we're talking about. You did the research?
yeah, I did do most of the research. Thanks, everyone. I know I'm perfect. We're going to be talking about folklore and then seeing if we could beat it in a fight. So whatever weird folklore monster we found, my 13D or 2, just saying, we're going to check if George or I could beat it up.
Spoiler alert. I could probably beat all of them in a fight, but we'll get into that.
Oh, really? You haven't even seen, like, some of these are going to mess you up. All right. So I guess first I'll start off with the Wendigo. So this comes from like an Eastern Canadian native legend. It's a pretty well-known one, you know.
I don't
it's
like Canada.
Really?
No, I like Canada.
I was going to say.
Their drinking age is 19.
Well, that's not the important part. The important part is they have...
And get schmacked.
Cold mountains. That's pretty cool. Speaking of cold.
Cold mountains.
This whole thing kind of relies on you being desperate and cold. That's the whole crux of the Wendigo. So, like, it's an evil spirit. It possesses you. It makes you really hungry or really greedy, so it'll turn you into, like, I don't know, just this hungry, greedy boy. What are you laughing?
Nothing.
All right. And it makes you want to do, like, cannibalism, and you just get, you get murderous, you know? So it's like an evil spirit that takes you over.
So it's like somebody going to court, and they're like, the Wendigo made me do it.
True. Someone could use this as an excuse because it is a viable disorder in the DSM-5.
Actually?
We'll talk about that later, yeah. So typically it's like got like horns or like a deer skull on this like creepy ghost head. In reality, like the original legend with the native folklore was that it was just a big guy with an icy heart. And it's often accompanied by this like really smelly stench. So it just reeks whenever this thing comes by. So talking about the psychosis stuff, so Wendigo psychosis is like this disorder that causes symptoms like a craving flesh or a really bad like phobia of being a cannibal, and it's known as a culture-bound syndrome. There's a bunch of these. I think there's one that every man thinks his like penis is getting smaller. It's like
That's a real
diagnosable thing. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like actively happening to every man.
Okay, but
Like
in the scope of this psychological condition that's a culture-bound syndrome, they truly believe every day their penis is shrinking.
Yeah, but nobody's good with their penis size. Everyone wants it to be bigger.
Well, this is like, it becomes like the center of their lives. They're like, no, my penis.
Dang.
But as in terms of like legitimacy, there's a lot of controversy over it because some people argue like, well, it was just anthropologists trying to make natives seem bad, or alternatively, natives used it as a scapegoat to exile someone by saying like, oh, Rob just ate his kids and murdered them. It wasn't that bear, it was Rob. That bear that we found the other day in Rob's house, no, it was Rob. He killed his family because we don't like him. We wanted to go over there and be exiled.
Yeah.
But apparently there are both native and non-native eyewitness accounts of the Wendigo.
That was taken on a 2014, no, not 2014, 2008 BlackBerry.
Maybe. That phone probably still works, though.
I have
We
one
gotta
that
go
still
find
works.
it, yeah. So, in summary, big guy, icy heart.
Okay.
He will possess you and make you into a cannibal. But if he doesn't, and it's somebody else, do you think you could beat him?
Oh, we're getting to the part where I think it... Oh,
He
yeah.
is pretty big.
I definitely could beat him. Number
smells.
one, because he's not real. But hypothetically, if he were real,
Yeah.
I would definitely beat him because I haven't really been paying attention to what you've been saying. But from the gist I got is like he just gets in your head, and I don't think. My head is empty. There's nothing to get into.
Okay.
So I win. He doesn't affect me at all.
Okay.
I beat him in a fight instantly.
Think because I overthink, I would become a Wendigo and probably eat somebody. But if I was fighting someone else who was a Wendigo, I'd also lose because I'm very weak. So what do you think?
Okay.
Like if you had to fight
If
someone
I had to fight someone who was
pretty big person, heart full of gold, and he stinks.
I would definitely crush their skull with my bare hand.
Oh my god. That's so powerful.
Just
dang. Okay.
Two fingers in the eyes, one in the mouth, and just rip.
Dude.
That Wendigo does not stand a chance.
Okay. Dang. You've been working out.
I've been getting ready for the Wendigo attacks.
This next one, I'm sure you've heard of. You've heard of the Jersey Devil?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, it's known as like the Leeds Devil too.
Yeah.
New Jersey, instead of the Kardashians, you get a horse-headed bat, weird dragon horse monster thing.
I don't know if I'd say the Kardashians. I'd say more like Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. Dude, I got them confused in my head.
Snooki.
Yeah,
and,
I thought they were the same people in my brain.
I can't remember the dude's name, so I'm going to call him Biggie. Because he seems like he's a biggie.
So it's near like the Pine Barrens of South Jersey, and there's a lot of weird folklore there. I was looking into. It all seems to be centered on like the woods, and it's like a wyvern, so it's got like a reptile body, horse head, bat wings, a tail with a fork on it, and it screeches. It screeches like nothing you've ever heard, or coincidentally, like we'll talk about later, probably a mountain lion. But
okay, they have lions in Jersey?
I think they have mountain lions. Does it have mountains? Because like we have mountain lions occasionally.
Really?
In Ohio, I'm pretty sure we get them every once in a while.
I don't know. We might have to go check that out.
Yeah, we'll go check for you guys. So the legend is that this mother, she got really fed up with having kids, and her husband just wanted to keep pumping babies out. He's like, we need more kids to keep the bloodline going healthy. So what happened is, she cursed her 13th child. 13. Scary number. I never got that. Why 13 is bad?
I don't know. There's probably some lore behind it.
I looked it up, and it was just like, 13's bad. I was like, bro, where's your scientific evidence?
Because Ozzy Osbourne said it in a song, so it's bad.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay. So after she gave birth, it was normal. But then like a little bit later, it turned into this weird little creature and jumped up the chimney and left. And now it like terrorizes people. But there's this guy named Brian Regal. He's a professor at Keene University in New Jersey.
Okay.
And he says it came from this like political and religious struggle and gossip because Leeds, the guy that the thing's named after, the Mrs. Leeds, her husband was hated by the town because he published an almanac in opposition to Benjamin Franklin's. So Benny Boy got everyone against him. So that might be where the whole legend came from, is Benjamin Franklin having some gossip. I thought that was pretty funny.
Ben Franklin had beef with this dude and was just like, he's over. He's done with. I'm Ben Franklin. I got the key and the kite. You're done.
So
back then, that was very common. Was
true.
To just publish like "I hate you" letters.
Yeah. So he published a weird little creature letter, I guess.
Yeah.
So big guy, dragon basically with a horse head, bat wings, forked tail. It screeches deafeningly. So could you beat it?
Considering that it might have been created by Ben Franklin, absolutely. Have you seen a picture of Ben Franklin?
Yeah.
Chud. Absolute chud.
What if you used it and harnessed the power of electricity? Could you beat it then if it was like electric?
I'd roll a nat 20 and instantly kill it. Just done.
Okay.
I would murder. No, okay, so here's the thing. If Ben Franklin, like, he got 5 minutes into a D&D game,
yeah,
he'd die instantly. There's no, like, in real life, he just couldn't handle it. It's just like Prince
Probably.
Philip would die if he
really
listened
confused.
to, like, 100 Gex.
Prince Philip 100 Gex challenge?
Or, like, if you gave Ben Franklin a Bang energy drink, one sip and he's out.
Dude. Do you think he'd have like that like terminal lucidity where all of his
For
memories rush
sure.
back and he's like a
For
regular?
sure.
That'd be crazy.
If we ever get a time machine, we're gonna go back in time and give famous people a hit of a jewel and a sip of Bang and see what it does to them.
They probably insta-give. They just like explode.
done.
They're not ready.
Or like a sip of Everclear. Back then, all they had was like 0.05% alcohol.
Oh, God.
They're dead.
I guess you can take the next one.
What's the next one? Oh, Chupacabra. So it originated in Puerto Rico.
I love Puerto Rico.
I have never been to Puerto Rico.
Oh my God, they got these frogs. They're called coqui frogs.
Okay.
There's like millions of them in the forest, and at night you hear them like coqui. It's the most beautiful thing, and also it's really scary there because it's all rainforest, and that's scary because
No, I
there's
like
chupacabras.
rainforest. I don't think chupacabras are real, but we'll get to that. So chupacabra translates to goat sucker in Spanish.
That's so weird. That's such a weird name, goat sucker.
Well, I mean, I get why, because there was like chicken and goats were dying, but like, why wouldn't they make it? So chicken and goats were dying, and they noticed that the blood was sucked out of the chicken and the goats, but they decided to go with goats.
Well,
goat sucker.
Wouldn't it be like Chico Chuca Cabra?
No,
Because it would be chicken
pollo,
goat sucker.
isn't it pollo?
Oh, pollo chupacabra kind of sounds
I
stupid.
like the no, but you just no. I'm saying pick one or the other. What made them go with goat?
Oh,
Pollo cabra.
goats are more devilish.
Yeah, but
probably.
pollo cabra.
Pollo cabra?
I like that. I'm rocking
It's
with it.
alright. This one's so... aren't there sightings of these in, like, Russia?
There's sightings like everywhere,
Yeah.
but there's sightings of everything everywhere. There's like, do you have Bigfoot on your list?
No, I
Okay,
didn't
I'm gonna
talk
talk about
about
Bigfoot because Bigfoot's stupid. I would beat Bigfoot in a fight 100% of the time.
Chupacabra?
We'll get to that at the end of
Okay.
the chupacabra. But like Bigfoot, I would absolutely whoop his ass.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just an old fat man who lives in his RV in a big suit.
Are you sure? Because...
Even if Bigfoot was real,
Yeah.
like dog, a gun.
You could probably talk him down from a fight. He seems like a reasonable guy.
Yeah, if you've ever seen Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny, there's a scene where Jack Black is like tripping on shrooms,
Yeah.
and Bigfoot is his father.
No way.
Yeah, and he turns into Bigfoot, and it's really cool. Or he turns into baby Bigfoot.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but like Bigfoot seems like a nice dude. So if I couldn't talk him out of the fight, I feel like a 45-70 right to the forehead would take him right out, because like that stuff's made to kill
Okay.
like elk.
I'm banning you from using guns for these fights.
Okay.
That's just not fair. Did you beat him fist to fist?
He has some big hands, but I don't think he has the swing power. If you've ever played like video games, like Skyrim or something, and they
Yeah.
have the giant like, I think they're like Bigfoot or something like that.
Trolls.
Trolls, yeah. They swing really slow.
Yeah. You could probably dodge it.
Just dodge it,
True.
and then just uppercut to the nuts, because that's like right where you're hitting.
Yeah.
That would be like its head on a normal person.
I think you'd kill him if you just put like... Do you think... Let's think. Is he related to dogs at all? Because you could just give him chocolate.
Maybe.
That's how you kill the chupacabra.
Just
You give it chocolate
chocolate and it's dead.
or grapes.
Or grapes, yeah. So, onto the segment of Chupacabra, would I beat it in a fight? 100%. It's a dog. I would murder it.
So they're actually I think a bunch of researchers looked into the chupacabra sightings, and they connected it with this like parasitic virus that goes through coyotes, and it fit everything perfectly because this thing's supposed to be like hairless. It's got like a protruding spine. It's malnourished. And
Okay.
they think that the reason it went after goats is because they're weak. Because normally they go after rabbits. So it's sucking on goats and chickens
Gotcha.
because it's weakened and it can't fight everything because it's got this crappy virus. So
Okay.
what I think I could just punt it.
I think so,
It's a
too.
sickly coyote. I don't think it's going to
Yeah.
do anything.
I think 100% I would beat it in a fight. Like, if it's just a dog, I mean, chocolate, grapes, sugar-free
noises.
gum.
Oh, yeah.
Like, call me the ATF, because I'm killing that
Oh,
dog.
my goodness. You're going to destroy him. All right. So the next one, I had to bring one from my people, the Irish.
Oh my god.
It's called a banshee, and this is like a super common thing. Like you know, it's all in like games, shows, movies.
There's a ride at Six Flags named Banshee.
Banshee, but
Yeah.
the actual thing isn't that cool. I thought it was gonna be like this screaming, scary ghost lady,
Is it not?
No, it means women of the fairy mound in its original translation.
Women.
And it has connections to these like Irish mounds that are pretty sacred. And they come to like show the death of a family member, so they show up when somebody died.
Okay.
And they're like long hair. They have a gray cloak over a green dress, typically, which is I don't know why it's so specific.
Well, that's like Irish green dresses.
But then they're short. They're like a foot tall.
Oh,
the whole time I'm
so
thinking
like
it's this like tall, scary, imposing woman in a wedding dress coming to like rip out your no.
so like we'll get to it in a second, but you can already see where the would we beat it in a fight is going.
So it actually comes from this tradition of keening in Irish funerals, which was kind of just like you sing and you wail in like a really sad tone. But the idea is that the banshee sings to let a household know that someone died before you know. So they're like the heralds of a family member dying far away. And then when multiple ones appear at once, it's because like a holy guy died or like somebody famous. So like if Tom Cruise dies,
So like
there's gonna be a bunch of banshees at my house.
when what's his name? Kennedy died. That was
Yes.
like ridiculous then.
Yeah.
Like everyone's
There would have
screaming.
been a bunch of banshees, I think.
But they didn't show up.
Well, not at your house.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't alive for my house, so I don't know.
I was.
Okay. Did they come here?
No.
That's sad. You might not be Irish.
I think I am.
No, you don't look Irish. You look Greek.
No. I don't think so.
So, would you beat a banshee?
100%. Like
Yeah.
I said, they're only a foot tall. Kick that thing across a football
True.
field.
And if it's floating, it'll like keep its momentum, so it'll just keep going.
It'll never stop. You punch it, it starts going one direction. You walk the other way. In
But
a
wait.
year, you got like 5 miles between
But then you have once a year, you have to make sure you dodge it because it's gonna keep getting speed, right? If there's a clear path, it's just gonna keep going.
So if it's...
Once a year, you're gonna have to like dodge out of the way. You gotta put like a reminder in your phone.
Well, if it would be like exponential speed,
Oh my god,
eventually every like millisecond you'd have to just dodge.
that'd be scary.
You just have
Oh
a
my
place
God.
in your house marked where you can't walk through it because the banshee's just constantly going through.
I think we'd beat banshees like
100%.
That's a pretty easy one. I just thought that was interesting because like it seems like a lot of these have a lot of like cultural roots, and that one's kind of cool because it like contrasts what's so popular, like the screaming exorcist lady that's like "Urgh," gonna get you.
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about your favorite little box?
No, I think the box needs to go a little bit later.
Okay,
Because I think
okay.
the box is a good one.
The box is pretty good. I guess we can talk about probably the longest part. Mothman.
I love Mothman.
100% you're not beating Mothman in a
No
fight.
way.
No way. He's too strong. All right. He's from West Virginia, Mountain Mama, country roads. So it's a very specific time frame. He was seen at this town called Point Pleasant. It's like very close to the border of Ohio and West Virginia, right on the river.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. And it was in 1966 and 67. There started in a newspaper in 66 that was like, couples see man-sized bird, ... creature, ... something.
I think pterodactyls are back. I think that's what they saw.
You think so?
Maybe.
All right.
They came out of the amber.
So it was described by the first witnesses as like a large flying man with like 10-foot long wings. He had like glowing eyes that were red and gray skin. But there's so many reports of this that vary, it's really hard. So that's like the first one. But then like firefighters were like, well, I think his eyes were glowing or they were reflective. And also it stole his dog. It stole my dog. So sorry, you're going to have to find the Mothman and prosecute him,
I think you're
officer.
just a bad pet owner. I think your dog got out and you're looking for a cover-up.
Probably. That's the real conspiracy behind Mothman. So, yeah, it varies wildly, but the consistency is in the red eyes. Now, the only thing of the glowing red eyes, which kind of threw the whole theories later on off, the glowing red eyes were only reported by this girl who told the story from her dad. So it was like story from a story.
Yeah.
So, like, we don't know
Probably
about
not.
the glowing.
Well, and the thing is, too, like, if you're out in the dark, if you've ever been out in the dark and seen an animal, all you saw was its eyes glowing.
Yeah, and they look like they're glowing because they're, like, out of place.
Like,
you know, they're
skunks have, like, orange glowing
alive.
eyes.
Yeah. Skunks are scary.
Skunks are terrifying. My house still smells like skunk. My dog was sprayed 3 weeks ago. It's terrible.
That's so funny.
It's
I don't
not.
smell it.
You don't?
No.
Okay, good.
So this is weird. I think in 1967, a silver bridge fell down, which is like this big bridge.
So it was Mothman, right?
They think it's Mothman. They think Mothman has like a kill count of 46 people because of this bridge.
Okay.
Um,
What's his KD then? Is he still alive? Is he still on his first life?
I don't know. Moths don't live very long.
So he's like 0.5 KD.
It's pretty good. 46 to 1? That's pretty good. That'll get you
better.
like pro esports stat. Mothman esport? Which team would he play on?
He'd play
Which game?
for... What team has had the most scandals? 100 Thieves.
Yeah, because they're from Cleveland.
Yeah, I hate Cleveland.
I think he'd probably play CS.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty toxic guy.
Yeah. Like he's gonna be like screaming and like moth noises, you know? So he's pretty popular. There's like a book and a movie that were both received. I won't say well, but
They were received.
so there's wildly disputed origins as to what he actually was, because a lot of these folklore stories are just things that couldn't be explained at the time, but this one is so recent we can explain it. So
Yeah.
West Virginia University, there's a biologist there that's like, dude, it's a sandhill crane. So it's like this really big bird, and it has like these large red eyes. So that's probably what it was. Others could say it could be like an owl because, you know, they have big eyes. They're big. So people could say, oh, that looked like a 10-foot wingspan. Nobody has any perception of space. I don't know what a foot is.
About
Like-
yay big.
That's like 2 feet.
Like, that's a foot.
That's like 8 feet. See
So
what I'm saying?
you need to memorize exactly what a Subway footlong looks like and add an inch, because Subway's only giving you 11 inches.
What?
They're
That's worse than Mothman.
They're lying about their
That's
size.
worse than Mothman killing 46 people in the state of West Virginia from 1966 to 1967.
Yeah.
So, Mothman's like a local legend. Everyone loves him. The town has a yearly Mothman festival. I think that's cool.
We should go.
It's close enough to where I think like we could do it. So
Yeah.
in June 2020, you know, during the pandemic, there was a petition to replace all the Confederate statues in West Virginia with Mothman.
Well, I think that was also June 2020. That was during the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff. So it was already talking. They were talking about,
That's
we need to get
awesome.
rid of Confederate statues, but what are we going to replace them with?
Mothman.
If you're in West Virginia, Mothman. If you're in
Yeah.
Ohio,
we got the melon heads we'll talk about later. We got
no, I think
the Frogman.
I think a good one would be Jimmy DeMora, the guy who was like the county corruption scandal. That would be pretty funny.
I don't know about that one.
He was like really fat, then he went to prison and he slimmed down. I know all of the Cuyahoga County scoop.
Okay.
You know.
So there is a variation actually from Gallipolis, Ohio. That sounds like your last name. Which is, it's right on the West Virginia border on the Ohio River. So
Okay.
probably that same crane just flying across the river. And people are like, oh my God, Mothman. I think that's cool though, that we have our own like little section and version of it. That's cool.
Yeah. Would we beat Mothman in a fight?
So going on the description, this giant dude that can fly, see in the night, and can knock down a whole bridge. I don't know.
I don't think it would ever escalate into a fight. I think we could just like go to a local like Waffle House at like 3 a.m. and just talk with him.
I got
see
it.
what's up.
You know those flashlights they sell on Wish?
Like 5 billion lumen flashlights.
What are moths attracted to? Light. You turn on one of those bad boys. You point it at the ground. He comes to it. He's like skidding her, like. You point it up at his eyes. He's blind. Then you beat him up. I think I could beat him.
I'd like to at least first try to talk to him, because I feel like Mothman has some stories, you know,
I don't know.
about his kill
Like, are
count.
you gonna be able to understand him when he's just sitting there, like cleaning his little forceps? Going,
Well, he might speak English. Have you
don't
seen
know.
the statues of Mothman? He looks like a person.
he kind of looks like a person, but I like to imagine him as kind of looks like a cheese stick with legs with like 2 big eyes. He's kind of like a rectangle humanoid, you know?
Well, if he's that, I feel like I could just beat him up in the first place. If he doesn't have legs or arms.
No, he has legs and arms, but he has the body plan of a cheese stick. Like he's really long and rectangular, but just with 10-foot wings. Kind of like how
Then I could
butterflies
just like
are.
crack him in half.
No, you can't.
I don't know.
He wouldn't let you get that close. He can
Okay.
fly.
Well, then I would just, I don't know, punt him.
I don't think you could beat him.
Maybe not. Not if he was going like 100%, but if he
Maybe
was
during
like
the day.
maybe during the day.
Yeah.
But like definitely the flashlight
The
thing
flashlight
might work.
method would destroy him.
But
There's
then
no way.
if he's just a crane, 100% I would murder him.
You would kill the crane?
Absolutely. Well, no, I wouldn't kill the crane.
Oh.
If the crane was being aggressive, perhaps. Just like geese. Like, geese in Ohio are aggressive for no reason.
They are.
But I'm aggressive back for no reason. None other than the fact I hate geese.
I apologize to them. I'll be like walking in the park and they hiss at me like, oh, I'm sorry.
I tell them to fuck off.
Oh, I never swear at geese.
It's funny.
There's an old urban legend in Ohio that if you swear at a goose in 10 years, you'll turn into a goose. I'm just kidding. I made that up.
Well, anyways, the crane.
Your clock is ticking.
Cranes' necks are just so long.
Oh, don't talk about
There's so much surface area to grab
That's
onto.
So bad.
If a crane is trying to have beef, it's going to wish it didn't. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Next. This one is kind of cool. You might remember by its titular movie, La Llorona.
Terrible movie.
Terrible movie.
There was also a haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights in Universal Studios.
That was
before
La
the movie
Llorona?
Came out.
That's weird. Was it like for the movie though? Like it's like
no. It was like straight
They
up
just
back
had
in
a
like
La
2014.
That's weird.
Movie didn't come out till like 19. But no, it's a good story. The movie just messed it up.
Yeah. So this comes from it started in Venezuela, I believe, but it's leached its way into like Texas and Mexico and I guess southern US.
Tex-Mex.
And it's this ghost who stays near the water, like always on like shore fronts, and she mourns her dead children and screams at the top of her lungs. It's horrible. And there's pretty consistent talks about this scream, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But so there's two stories as to where she came from. The first one is this lady marries this beautiful rich man, and she catches him cheating. He's caught lacking with his pants down, butt out, legs wrapped around his waist.
Shawty came in and she caught me red-handed, sleeping with the girl next door.
She drowned my kids in a pool and felt bad after. That's what happens. She drowns her kids and she feels really bad about it, and that's why she's like haunting. The other one is she has kids with a guy, but they're illegitimate.
Okay.
So she's the cheatee.
Hut? I tried to say whore and slut at the same time.
That's horrible. Don't use those words. You're a pathetic worm.
I think they're fun. They're fun words.
But they're illegitimate children. So she drowns them so that the wife can't raise them as her own because she's jealous.
Okay.
And then that's why she's haunting.
So
it's pretty messed up. Both.
There's
either
a third
way.
one then, I guess.
Is there? What's the third one?
So the whole reason it was created, the whole reason La Llorona was made as like a folklore, and I feel like this is a lot with urban legends and folklore, is the reason they were created is to scare children.
Oh, yeah.
La Llorona was made to scare children into going to sleep.
Not in Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
I wrote down some stuff. So it changes. This idea of like a weeping female spirit is really common. It's seen in like Eve and Lilith in Hebrew mythology, and then like I'm gonna butcher this. I'm sorry, but I think it's Chihuacotl from the Aztec mythology.
What is that?
But I'm missing all the accent marks.
There's an X in there.
Yeah. No, there's not. You're thinking of Quetzalcoatl.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not. No, this is Chihuacotl. But sorry if I butchered that. I really tried. I looked it up and there was no help. So it varies a lot. So in Mexico, it's to teach kids not to wander after dark.
Okay.
Just because she'll be out there and she'll scream at you and that's creepy. In the USA, it's that scaring into good behavior, especially down south, to keep kids from doing anything bad because she'll come and kill you. But in Venezuela, she's more of like a vengeful spirit. Well, she'll take children from families' households while they're sleeping and then drown them. So they put up like crosses and stuff after that to like ward her away.
Yeah.
And my theory about this is that it's a mountain lion call. I'm gonna pull this up because this is really creepy.
Okay.
Mountain lion calls sound exactly like women screaming,
Yeah.
like straight up. And
Yeah, that's...
dude, if I heard that at night,
I think it was a woman screaming.
I think someone was dying, and I'd probably pee myself too.
Yeah.
And then go to the officer with like pee on my pants, be like, somebody dying and I peed myself.
I peed. Yeah, so what I've heard from this is like it was to scare kids to go to sleep.
Okay.
And then if they didn't go to sleep, they'd get eaten.
No, dude, I
That's
looked up
like-
like 18 variations of that. I think that's just the movie.
so like back when I was like 13 maybe.
Yeah.
I was like crazy about like horror movies.
Yeah.
And then that turned into a crazy about Halloween Horror Nights. And I watched this video of the guy who's the creative director for Halloween Horror Nights going into detail about the La Llorona haunted house that they had. And I specifically remember him saying that he talked to like a bunch of people from Mexico who grew up with this creature folklore type thing.
Yeah.
And they all said that it was their parents telling them, go to sleep or La Llorona is going to come eat you.
Okay.
And like there was, look it up, it's really creepy. The Halloween Horror Nights, the like big La Llorona like puppet. Oh, fuck, that's creepy.
Yeah, I think this one's cool because there's so many variations of it. And I definitely think it's a mountain lion. Like, there's no way it's not. But that's horrifying. Anyways, the actual ghost, could you beat her in a fight?
Yes. 2 reasons. 1, she's not coming after me. I'm not a child.
You are a child in your mother's eyes.
I am her little man.
Little baby.
Little man.
Little boy. She's gonna come after you.
Okay, well, then number 2, if she is coming after me...
Yeah.
1-2 Ray Rice that bitch.
How would you hit her? She's a ghost.
How would she hit me? She's a ghost.
She has that one ability that lets ghost types hit normal types.
Well, then I would just block it with my head.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't think I'd beat her. I think she'd probably toss me off a cliff and I'd drown. Because I'm not a good swimmer.
I think I would call her the imposter from Among Us, just like I do in when I play the ghost game, the ghost hunting game. What's it called? Phasmophobia. I start like screaming the ghost's name and then saying, "Are you sus? Are you the imposter from Among Us?" And then it comes out, and then I just murder it. Get a picture of that bitch and run.
Okay. That was really funny. I'm glad that joke landed so well.
It did land very well. I think that at least one person laughed. They got a chuckle.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got a chuckle, so I'm right.
All right, this next one is terrifying. This is the one I'm like, this one's cool. It's called the Nucalavi. It's from Orcadian mythology, which is kind of like Norse and Scottish origins. There's a ton of variations on this, but the most consistent ones are that it's like a horse-like demon, right? Okay. So the islanders on the places that it often was like thought to come to described it as like a guy's torso, just the torso, attached to the back of a horse, like some sort of weird centaur, right?
Okay.
So there's this guy named Tomas, and he wrote his description down. He said it had no legs, but it had like long arms that reached the ground, so like dragging.
Okay.
So it's kind of like he's stitched on.
Yeah.
The head of the guy is like rolling back and forth lifelessly as the horse gallops. And the horse head has just one bright red burning eye that's like glowing, and it spits out toxic gas that basically kills anything it touches. The worst part, it has no skin anywhere. So you can see like the blood running through its veins, and it's like a pulsating mass of like muscle. So it's believed that when they were making kelp for food, when they burned it, it made this stuff called soda ash, and that's what attracted him. He hated the smell of like burning sea life, so he would cause plague, drought, and then cattle and horse death. So he's just killing everything, and like compared to the other Orcadian demons, he's just a dick. He's evil for no reason.
Well, I mean, don't burn sea life, and maybe he wouldn't come around.
But it's kelp. It's seaweed.
Well, eat it. Don't burn it.
They have to cook it to eat it. You can't just eat raw seaweed.
I can.
I guess you're not going to piss off...
exactly. I'm
Nucalave.
Getting to the point. I would beat him in a fight, because he's not coming around.
Yeah, but compared to like the other demons in their mythology, the other ones kind of have like some redeeming qualities. Like, they'll be a funny guy. They'll be a little cute guy.
I think this guy's a funny guy.
And he's kind of rooted, at least anthropologists think he's kind of rooted in this idea of uncertainty. So native people didn't understand that living in this really, really tumultuous sea would cause all of these problems with their crops. So they kind of blamed all of the pestilence and random droughts they had on him. And I think the image of like a stitched on human torso with long arms on the back of a horse with no skin, neither of them have skin, and it's just like coughing up smoke, that's horrifying. That's like the coolest sounding one we've talked about so far. That sounds so cool.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I think a lot of people, if they got in a fight with this dude, they would shit their pants. They'd get mad that they shit their pants and just rage out on this dude.
I don't think you could beat him.
I think
He can cough and kill you.
gas mask.
True.
Did you not buy a gas mask after the 2020 gas incident?
What? What does that mean?
You know.
I don't have a gas mask. I have cloth masks.
Dang, that's cringe. Like, didn't you see all the kids who were like buying the Russian gas masks?
Yeah, but that's just to
You know,
learn.
they don't work. they buy the 50-year-old asbestos filters.
Yummy. I think this one would beat the shit out of you, even if you had a gas mask, because he would just swing his arms like a windmill and just like beat you 1,000 times.
I don't think so. I think I would absolutely just destroy him. Number one, because he's a homie. Like, he's an environmentalist.
No. He's not. He is attracted to that, though. He still did random shit. He gets more likely to come if you burn stuff.
Yeah, but he's an environmentalist. He gets mad. Like,
he's an
I'll
eco-terrorist.
just randomly go out and like cause problems just because I'm bored, like this guy. But then like if you start like burning seaweed and being a crappy person, you know, I'm coming for you. Like, I'm not just causing issues because I'm bored. I'm causing issues because I want to.
You are a Nucalavi.
Yeah.
We have to skin you and attach you to the back of a horse.
That'd be cool. Cosplay idea.
You can get one of those inflatable horse costumes and then get like a shitty Attack on Titan morph suit, and you'll be Nucalavi.
Oh, they just put like a light bulb on my head.
True. I think that this one's really cool. I really liked this. I had no idea that this existed. I kind of want to look into the other Orcadian stuff because it seems like a lot of the other demons had similar effects where they would like cause problems, do all these different things to like the landscape, and I think that's kind of cool because it's just a really easy way for people to like blame something that they don't understand on something else.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of the folklore stems from.
Yeah, that, wanting your kids to behave, and then also just people seeing stuff and getting bored. So yeah, rating this 1 out of 10. Would I beat it in a fight? I give myself a solid like 7 or 8.
For what?
Beating it.
This? Nucalave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and rate the other ones too.
Alright, Mothman. Well, I guess...
We start at the beginning.
So I think we started off... Let's see.
You have it. The Wendigo. What did I say for this one?
You said you would beat it to death. You would rip its face off.
That's what it is. Yeah. So the Wendigo just possesses people.
Yeah, but if you had to fight
I had to fight a person who was possessed by 9 out of 10. Like, there's a very slim chance I'm not beating it. No, I'm gonna rate it decimals. Like 9-7.
Okay. Are you sure though? Because you would be in the cold. This thing thrives.
Like, I would give it an 11.
Yeah.
For beating just the spirit. Like, if it's trying to possess me. I'd give it like a 9-7 if there was a person. Okay.
I would probably give myself like a 3 out of 10. I don't think I'd beat it. I think I'd like end up eating you.
Dang. Well, then I have a 97% chance of beating you.
Yeah, have you seen me?
Yeah, you're
that
not
3%'s coming strong. Jersey Devil, what do you think?
Yeah, still.
This is just literally like a dragon.
Like, but Benjamin Franklin made it.
Electric dragon.
8.5.
8.5? If I had proper equipment, probably 5 out of 10.
Chupacabra.
10 out of 10. You just kick it. It's a dog.
10. Like,
it's a mangy little coyote that's weak.
Like, the ATF is really stupid, and they kill dogs all the time, so if they can do it,
true.
Easy. Banshee.
10 out of 10. The only thing you got to worry about is the perpetual motion of the Banshee spinning around the earth.
Yeah, but you just mark off like a spot in your house with caution tape and boom.
Mothman, 0 out of 10. I can't.
I give myself like a 2.
Flashlight?
2-4.
8 out of 10. Without the flashlight, 0 out of 10.
Yeah, with the flashlight, easy. Without the flashlight, yeah, like a 2-4. Like, there's a slim chance.
La Llorona?
8-7.
8-7? Okay. I would do probably 5 out of 10. 50-50 shot. Nucalavi, I don't know. I'm going to give myself a 0. He seems like an eldritch horror that I could not beat with my bare hands.
I'm going to give myself like a 7.5. No, 7.4.
Okay. So I'm surprised. We actually brought him on the show, and you're gonna fight him.
Really?
Okay, sidetrack. Have you seen that video of like the little kid at the chess tournament and the announcer? It's like in Russian. He's like, the announcer's like, I really would love to play against you, but I know I'm gonna lose. So I brought in the like USSR
Bobby
World
Fischer.
Championship of chess, and the dude just walks down so smug, and the kid's like, oh. It's my favorite video right now because he looks like he's just like shit himself. He's like, there's no way I'm beating this guy.
What was that all? Yeah. That was
Yeah.
All. Okay. Next one is the Dybbuk. I really, really like this one. This one. So, if you've ever seen like the BuzzFeed Unsolved, they rebranded. Like they split off from BuzzFeed and rebranded. So it's called something different now. But when it was BuzzFeed Unsolved, and they went and like to the museum where they had a Dybbuk box. I'm that guy who was like, "Oh, come on, open that bitch. Let me fight it." So it's this box that's like in Jewish history, culture, whatever. And there's a little creature inside.
Okay.
It's like a ghost or a demon or something, and it's trapped inside.
So it's just kind of stuck in there for some reason. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Kind of like a genie, but like bad. It doesn't give you wishes. It gives you like pain.
Yeah, it clings on to the souls of the good and beautiful. So there's no way it's affecting me. And it uses those people to create like chaos.
Okay, so it just flips your orientation. Like you become lawful evil instead of lawful good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's strange.
Yeah.
Isn't a Dybbuk though supposed to be like super duper evil in like, Jewish mythology? Like it's like mega...
the worst, like close to the devil.
Okay. Dang.
But there's these things called Dybbuk boxes where people think like, oh yeah, I have a Dybbuk trapped in this box. Okay,
so
bring a box. Like if there's anybody who has one in their possession that is legit, bring it to me. I will open that.
So what is the box?
Is
it just a box?
It's a box. Like it's very like well designed. Like
yeah.
They all look the same.
So are they supposed to have like wine in it?
I don't know what's supposed to be.
I think it's a wine box.
Maybe.
That means you store spirits inside.
The term Dybbuk box was first created to describe a wine cabinet in the item information for an eBay auction.
So it's a literal spirit because it's like liquor and wine.
Yeah, so it's a spirit box. That's funny. But the first one ever sold where the term Dybbuk box was created was on eBay. So some dude was like, yeah, I got this demon trapped in a wine cabinet. Who wants it?
Would you buy one?
I would definitely buy one. If I thought it was legitimate, I would definitely buy one. Take it home, open it, and then just be like, do something.
I would put like a circle of salt so he couldn't cross it, and then like be like, a little ghost, and then like throw stuff at him.
Make him dance.
Yeah, and then put him back in by covering my hands in salt.
Oh, okay.
Then he can't beat me.
Okay. So.
Would you beat a Dybbuk box?
11 out of 10.
Okay, what about just a Dybbuk?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're not good and beautiful like I am. I probably would lose against a Dybbuk.
Yeah, there's no way he can afflict me.
Yeah.
So he'd have to either move on to somebody else, but I've already got the room surrounded in salt, so he's not getting out. So he's stuck here with me now.
Okay.
Like that's the idea we're going on. Until I somehow accidentally break the salt barrier in the room, he's stuck with me. And I'm just like sitting in the corner singing Number One Victory Royale, and he's just like huddled in the fetal position in the corner crying.
Dude, you're gonna beat the shit out of that Dybbuk.
I would murder him.
I wouldn't win. I don't think I'd win. I'm afraid of boxes.
Okay.
I don't like little boxes because when I opened one when I was little, I found like a giant cockroach in it.
Okay.
And I think I remember I peed a little.
So he's using the psychological...
Yeah, psychological warfare.
There's a lot of videos on YouTube of like 3 a.m. I opened a Dybbuk box, but really they just like open a cardboard box with dust in it, and the dust like shoots up in their face. Then like they go under the table for a second, out of frame of the camera, and they come back and they're just like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm a ghost."
That's crazy.
And it's like stupid.
That is pretty stupid.
But then like people who actually have them like locked up. Like they had one on the like paranormal show, the like really famous one that I really don't like.
Ghost Hunters?
Yeah.
There's like 18 of those. So
Yeah. They had one on there that was like locked up inside a glass crate, and they were like, "We can't open this Dybbuk box because a demon will come out." And it's like, maybe you can't, but I can. Like, invite me on the show, Zach. Come on.
Yeah, Zach. Yo, Zach, if you're out there, hit us up. Untitled Podcast Project at hotmail.yahoo.gmail.com. Okay, this next one. This is a good one. It's called the Groot slang or the Groat slang, or as I have affectionately named it, the Scroat slang. It's from South Africa. It's this giant underground primordial serpent with an elephant head. That's the description. It's big and it's got an elephant head.
So like the Beetlejuice snake.
I've never seen Beetlejuice.
Cringe.
Crucify me.
Okay.
And it lives in this really specific cave.
Okay.
And the cave, it said it's full of diamonds, so why aren't we mining it and asking Groot slang for our help? And it connects to the sea, which I didn't think made sense because I looked on a map. This cave and the sea are 40 miles apart. That's a long cave filled with a lot of diamonds.
Yeah, I feel like there's no diamonds left in it. This guy just stole them all. And
Groot
he's
slang?
like,
He does. He's like, you know the dudes that are like, ice, ding, ding, ding? That's Groot slang. He takes people's jewels, and if you get captured by Groot slang and he's going to kill you, you can offer him your jewels.
okay, so
You can trade him for your life.
I don't think I would need to trade him for my life. I think he would need to trade me something for his life because he's dead.
Oh.
We'll get to that.
So the reason this kind of got more popularized, it was a folklore legend before, but it kind of got an upsurgence when this dude named Peter Grayson, a long, long time ago, he was an English businessman, I think. Nobody really seemed to specify what he did. I bet he made beans, because British people like beans.
Yeah, they like beans on toast. That's
Ugh.
why a British quote-unquote people.
So he went treasure hunting. You never do that in Groot slang's territory. Groot slang is the treasure hunter.
Maybe you don't, I do.
And he got killed by a pride of lions. And then everyone was like, well, it was Groot slang.
The lions killed him, not Groot slang.
Were you there? Did you ask Groot slang?
No, but I asked the lions.
I'll find the cave.
I'm a photojournalist. I asked the lions after the fact,
okay.
and they were like, yeah, we ate him. We were just hungry.
Do you think Groot slang paid him off?
I don't think so.
Okay.
By
He could have.
my unbiased opinion, and the forensic research that I did,
Mhm.
I don't think he did pay them off because lions don't have pockets. How would they hold the money?
In their mane.
No, I patted them down.
Oh,
They didn't have
okay.
anything in the
Okay,
mane.
good. I think this one's really weird. Like, it reminds me a lot. There's like random just hodgepodges of animals. Like under France, there's a snail that's like a snake. It's like
Okay.
a snake snail, and it just eats people
Snake
whole.
snail. Okay.
That one's really stupid. I could beat that one because it's a snail.
Yeah.
You just pour salt on it.
Well, but then you got the whole catacomb. Wait, where did you say France? Was it in
Mhm.
Paris?
No.
Oh, dang. I was going to say, because then you got the catacombs. Well, I mean, I guess all over France there's
Snails in
catacombs.
Paris.
Snail. Who is in Paris? Snails.
I don't know if I could beat Groot slang.
I could.
I only have Depop jewelry
I
and Wish.com jewelry. I don't have
I
jewels.
have the power to not be mugged by
Oh.
a stupid little cave troll.
He's giant. He's a
I
giant
don't care
elephant
what he
snake.
is. Then he's hitting his head on the ceiling.
I don't think you could beat him.
I think I
I
definitely
think
could
he'd
beat.
squeeze around you and like.
I'll give
squeeze you and
myself
go,
a
give me your jewels.
9.8 on this one.
9.8.
There's a very small chance that he beats me.
I'm gonna give myself
With a name
3.
like Scroat Slang, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna laugh at you because you have a stupid name. Scroat Slang, Groot Slang. Like, are you a tree? No, you're not a tree. You're an elephant. Or you're a snake elephant, whatever the hell you are.
Snelephant.
Groot Slang does not stand a chance against my words, let alone my fighting.
Okay. That's pretty big talk.
It is. I would definitely go. Where is this?
South Africa.
I would definitely go to South Africa and murder Groot Slang.
All right. Well, we actually brought him on the show today.
Okay, come on out.
All right. Next one. I like this one. It's called the Gashadokuro. Gashadokuro. It's in Japan. It's a giant skeleton.
That sounds like Finnish.
Gashadokuro.
Yeah. Like maybe.
Lyuda, the White Death.
What's the White Death?
He's the Finnish sniper that killed like
Oh.
a bajillion people.
Yeah, he was
No.
something.
So Gashadokuro. Gashadokuro.
I don't care. You got it. You're good.
He's a giant skeleton. Like, we're talking like the Home Depot skeleton size, right?
Okay.
He's like 15 times the average height of a human male.
I already know where this is going if I beat him in a fight.
So he's made of bones from people who starved or died in battle, and he's all like stuck together. So he's a skeleton made out of other skeletons.
Oh, so he's not like big bones. He's just like a bunch of little
like
bones. Yeah, but it's like a collage.
So if you punch them, they come back together.
Okay,
keep that in mind.
But like, where's he getting all this glue? Like, how is he putting the bones back together?
He went to Home Depot and bought a giant skeleton-sized glue bottle.
They don't have those.
Have you been there?
Yeah. Really? I go to Home Depot like every other day.
Do you work there?
No, but
you just I
do stand around Home Depot with like the apron on, just helping customers. I don't get paid though, but like I do like it cuz so like if you just go into Home Depot and you give unsolicited advice to people, they tend to not listen to you. But if you're wearing that Home Depot orange apron that you decorated yourself, they listen to you.
It's like bedazzled?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They listen to you 100%. Like I told some dude that he should put like fertilizer in the bird bath.
Did he?
He did. And the birds died.
That's horrible.
I didn't tell him to do it. Home Depot told me to do it.
You're horrible. You're a horrible person.
I don't think so.
You're the type of person that Gashadokuro would eat.
I don't think you would.
Yeah, he eats foreigners.
I would just fertilize or car bomb him.
You can't.
Why not?
Because, I'll tell you. Okay, this one's actually really easy to avoid, though. So, these giant skeleton people, men, women, giant boys, giant fellas.
Are they non-binary or
I don't know.
Androgynous?
They might. Well, they're everybody. They're just a bunch of bones, so they could be whoever.
Okay.
He goes on foreigners, and he rips their head off, and then he drinks their blood. Like he slurps it up like a slushie. He's just like slushie.
Okay.
He sucks them out like a Capri Sun, you know.
Well, where's all the liquid going?
Into the bone zone.
Again, there's no internals of a bone. It's just bone marrow.
Have you been inside his stomach?
No, but I've seen inside of a bone. There's nowhere for the liquid to go.
Yeah, there is. There's holes.
Yeah, but you can only have so much liquid.
Well, he's a lot of bones.
Well, yeah, but the average bone can't hold that much liquid. There's no way.
So count how many bones make up the Gashadokuro.
Probably like at least 5.
I would say probably like 5,000. I think that's enough to hold like a human's blood.
One human, but he's eating multiple humans.
You don't know. You don't know his diet.
If he's that big, there's no way it's only one human. Because then he's literally the size of a human.
Maybe.
He's at least 15 times.
Well, he's not the size of his victims.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's like combinations of people. Just big bones.
No, there's no such thing as big boned.
So I think this kind of plays into like Japan's racism.
I feel like a lot of these do.
Like Japan's really racist. They're having a horrible birth decline because of the racism. Because they're not letting anyone in and like nobody wants to have sex. There's like actual incels that are like state recognized as incels or something weird. It's like
what?
They're like really widely popularized as guys who just don't like women, but they don't like men. They just don't like anyone. They like anime.
Okay, well then just like sit in your house and watch anime and leave the rest of the world alone.
Well, no, the problem is they're not having kids.
Okay, let me into Japan.
For like a few years. To inform you, I don't think there are many people in Japan who would like to have sex with you.
No, haven't you heard of that? There's like a term for like white dudes who just go to Japan and like start having sex.
Who are conventionally attractive.
No, like straight up in Japan.
That's weird. You're weird. If
I'm not
move
weird.
To another country because you want to have sex.
Well, no, it's like that one tortoise who like saved his population because they were like extinct, and then he just started like.
Get out of here! You're not saving it. You're not a savior. Get out of here. That's cringe.
You got that white savior complex.
There is a tell for the giant skeleton man. You hear ringing in your ears when you're walking alone at night.
Well, I have tinnitus. I already hear.
I know. I'm saying
ears.
I can't go to Japan because I'm gonna have tinnitus, and I'm gonna hear. I'm gonna. Oh God, he's here. I'm gonna get my head ripped off because of my tinnitus.
How do you have tinnitus?
I work at a dog vet in a kennel, so they just bark inside of a small room.
Yeah, I've had multiple guns go off right by my head.
All right, it has a cheat code.
Oh,
it is indestructible.
Up, down, AB.
It's indestructible, and it can go invisible. And the only way to ward it off is by having a Shinto charm.
Okay, well then just get one. He won't come around.
But you won't beat it in a fight.
If the fight never occurs, I won the fight. That's my logic.
He also won the fight then.
No.
Yeah.
Because his sole purpose in life is to fight.
You wouldn't beat him without the Shinto charm.
Well, no, okay. So, like I'm saying, his sole purpose in life is to fight. If he doesn't get to fight, he doesn't fulfill his purpose in life. If I don't have to fight him, I can still fulfill my purpose in life.
This is so strange.
I beat him. Technically,
0 out of 10.
10. 10.2 out of 10.
10.2 out of 10?
Like, he's done. There's no way.
Okay. I don't think.
And even if I had to fight him, I don't care if he has cheat codes. You know why? Because I have anti-cheat codes.
No, you don't.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, uppercut.
Start select.
Yeah. Screenshot.
Power button.
Power button. And
unplug.
Like he can't use his cheat codes when I'm using my cheat codes. Because you can only use one on the Atari. Shut up. You can only use one on the Atari at once. Only one account can have.
Atari?
Because it's Japan. I don't know. I mean, Nintendo. Whatever.
You can have multiple cheat codes on Nintendo.
No,
devices.
shut up.
You ever heard of Game Shark?
Shh.
Go to GameStop. Get yourself a Game Shark.
What the fuck's a Game Shark? Oh,
you don't know what a Game Shark
things.
is? Those are so cool.
But no, I definitely beat him, even if he was, because he's just made up of a bunch of bones, and I doubt he drinks milk. He just drinks human blood. I drink a lot of milk. Like, I drink a gallon a day.
That means he wants your bones.
Exactly. But he's so caught up in, oh my god, I gotta get this dude's bones, that he's not even thinking about the fight. He's just thinking about how good my bones are gonna be. But his bones are super weak because all he drinks is blood, and blood does not have any protein in it. It does have some protein.
That was the most wrong thing I've ever heard anyone say. Blood is like pure protein.
No, but here's the thing. No vitamin D.
He doesn't need it.
I don't care. He's bones. He needs it. He doesn't drink milk. Like, if he
does drink milk.
Well, yeah, but not enough. There's no way. He'd have to drink like 20 gallons a day.
He can do it.
Okay, I do that too.
That's weird.
And I have a lot less bones, so my bones are even stronger. I just give him one good kick, and he's done.
He's indestructible.
His legs are shattered. I don't care that he's indestructible. You don't understand what I'm saying. He's dead, like, instantly, on sight. He's done.
What kind of milk do you drink?
2%.
2%? Okay. I drank skim milk up until 2018, and then I started drinking soy milk.
Ew.
Ew?
Ew.
Bro.
You obviously wouldn't beat this guy.
I think I would. He wouldn't want me. Oh, I'm a foreigner, and I'm attractive, so yeah, he'd want me.
Yeah, I'm not a foreigner or attractive.
You are a foreigner.
No, I'm not a foreigner because any country I go to, I adopt the culture so well. Like when I went to
Greece.
Yeah, I've been to Greece. I've been to Canada. I've been to Greece. And like when I went to Greece, I had a mild panic attack.
Just like the Greeks when they saw their economic situation.
We don't talk about that.
How are they failing when they make so much yogurt?
It's not the yogurt, it's the olives that they're lacking in. Like only my grandpa's the main producer of olives there.
That's so crazy.
Like, yeah, it's weird.
All right, this last one is gonna hit close to home. Melon heads. This is a Ohio.
By close to home, you mean like
Kirkland?
60 miles?
Kirkland's 60 miles. It's a suburb of Cleveland, I think.
No way.
It is.
Dude, if it was a suburb of Cleveland, I would have heard Bart talk about it by now.
So it's melonheads. They're weird little creature goblins. This guy named Dr. Crow, whether or not it has an E at the end of the name. Where is this?
It is, well, not technically Cleveland.
It is Cleveland, yeah.
It's 34 miles away?
Yeah, it's Cleveland.
Bro, what?
Never been to Kirtland? And it shows.
Kirtland's stupid.
We should go. Find the melonheads.
Okay.
This guy named Dr. Crow, whether or not he has an E at the end of his name, I regret to inform you, I do not know. It changes based on the legend. He did a bunch of experiments on orphans at his house. I guess he just bought them. Like, can you buy orphans?
Back then, wait, what year? Do you have a year?
No, it's an urban legend, dude.
Okay, well, I would assume that their assumption was back then, yes, because you technically could, if you went to like Parmadale, even, you could just pay and
you could
like
just buy orphans.
Yeah, and borrow them for like research. There's one I think down in Dayton that did that. Pretty not cool.
So what he did, whatever he did, gave them big heads, and they lost all their hair. And some people even say that they were already suffering from like hydroencephaly, which is like you have fluid in your head, it makes your head big. And then like the experiment was just him injecting them with more fluid so their heads got even bigger.
What kind of fluid?
I don't know. Milk?
Saline? Milk.
Milk brain? That's a good insult.
Only if you're a melon head.
No, just start calling people milk brain.
Yeah, someone.
That'll make someone mad. They'll be like
Bart
insecure.
would be mad.
Bart?
5 head.
Call Bart. Call him milk brain. Let's call him.
Okay.
Let's
keep
see what
talking.
happens. All right. So the kids killed Crow, and then they burned the little house they were in down. It's been called an orphanage. It's been called a hospital. It's been called a shack. If there was a shack, it's burned down, so you can't even find it. So good luck. And then they escaped into the wilderness, and they were fine for a while, but then they started eating babies. And much like a baby, we're gonna call Bart, and we're gonna see what he has to say when we call him a milk brain. I hope he picks up.
He's not gonna pick up.
That'll be really sad. We'll leave him a voicemail.
He might have just gotten out of work. That'd be funny though.
Hey, what's up, milk brain?
Yes,
Milk brain.
I hear you.
You are a milk brain.
Yeah, we wanted to see how you'd react when we called you a milk brain.
I don't know. Am I supposed to have a reaction?
Dude, you're such a blank slate.
Like, we're recording a podcast right now, Bart. You
Say
could
something funny.
You could have been interesting.
Oh, well, I'm not interested. So
Hang up. Get him off.
Go back to Heinen's. That was boring. I apologize.
That was really lame.
I thought he would be funnier. He has a really big forehead, though. So, like,
Is Bart a melon head?
he could be.
There's no way.
He was, according to Bart, he was born in Italy.
He was born in Italy?
No.
Oh.
He's just really stupid. Sometimes it'll be like, yes, I'm from Italy. I'm like, dog, shut up. You're from, like, Parma.
From Kirtland.
Kirtland, yeah. Maybe that's what he's hiding.
So after all that trouble, after escaping their abusive dad, they just eat babies.
Yeah, after all that trouble of calling Bart, and he's just not funny. Where's the funny Bart?
True. I don't know about this one. This one's like a pretty popular Ohio one.
Is it? Because I've never heard of it.
Yeah, well, you don't look into urban legends of Ohio that often, do you?
Even for this podcast, I didn't look into it.
You didn't look at anything. You looked up Dybbuk box. I'm the one who did all the Puerto Rico research.
Yeah, well, I did all the research for the first episode.
Okay. So, melon heads are really weird. I think the idea of, like, a crazy doctor injecting kids' heads with milk is very strange.
Yeah, it reminds me of, what's that? Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Human Centipede.
No, not that one. Not a movie. It was like something where it was real. Maybe it was Parliament. No, it was the... I'm drawing a complete blank here. Somewhere in Ohio, there was like a facility where they like experimented on children.
Okay.
Except that one was like legit, and they had like evidence and stuff. This one, I don't know.
No, I don't think Dr. Crow injected kids' heads to make their heads bigger. I don't think that's real.
Probably not. It'd be funny if it was.
Because
then as they grow, their heads get bigger. That's how kids work.
Oh, really? You think their heads would get bigger?
No, but what I'm saying is their heads get bigger, so would it just adjust to the size of whatever he injected?
These kids look like they're like swollen basketball heads. Like, it's not normal.
Okay.
It's not even like slightly bigger than normal, like yours.
I don't think mine's slightly bigger than normal.
I think it's a little bit bigger.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Melon heads could definitely beat in a fight.
100%. They're children.
Yeah, I'll give myself a 6 out of 10.
And the thing is, too, the physics of the size of their head compared to the rest of their body, is their head, like, heavier? Like, if I hit it,
Probably,
is it
yeah.
just going to, like, go flying? Because the weight of their head is just so much.
It'll be so fast that it'll create a frictionless environment, and they'll just end up just like the Banshee, flying around.
But now I got to make another path in my house for an exponentially...
It's just inconvenient.
It's inconvenient, but I definitely beat them in the fight.
Yeah, true. They're just weird little skinny goblins that eat babies. They can't get that many babies. It's
No
Kirtland.
way.
That has a population of like 10 people or something.
Well, it's just
Kirtland
south
slander.
of Menor though. Menor has a pretty large population.
Okay, so maybe they're getting babies from there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they might be pretty buff. It's a lot of protein.
Yeah, I would still beat them in a fight 100%.
Yeah.
Even if the physics wasn't all messed up and they were just like babies running around, they're babies. Like
They're not babies. They'd be adults by now.
okay, well, I'm going on the assumption of they're babies because they're still being made.
No, they're not.
I would just put them on my pottery wheel. Their soft heads are just perfect.
That's horrible.
It's not. They're trying to kill us. We're
You don't-
fighting them.
Well, yeah.
If you're in a fight with somebody and it's one of these things, you better
Those things
believe
are
it's for
down
your
the
life.
drain. Yeah. I don't know. There were some really weird ones. I think there's a Japanese yokai that's a roll of toilet paper that chases after you and then suffocates you by wrapping around. Do you think you could beat that?
Probably. Because, like, it's just trying to make you a mummy. And, like, I don't want to be a mummy. I
No,
don't
it's-
consent.
True, but it's just gonna do it. Like, you saying no isn't gonna stop a demonic roll of toilet paper.
But I don't give consent.
It doesn't matter. It's Japan.
Oh, shit. I think I'd still beat it because it's just toilet paper. I just tear it.
True.
Like, have
Or
you
you
ever...
can lick it. If it's trying to suffocate you, you just lick it and poke a hole through with your tongue.
Oh, true.
Okay, would you beat it if it was used toilet paper? I don't think I could do that. I think it would just take me.
I think I could.
No way.
I definitely think I could. Because, like, I was in Greece. And there was a toilet where you couldn't flush the toilet paper.
Ew.
And you had to, like, put it in a trash can and, like, burn it.
You burnt poop in Greece?
Yeah.
Your family is weird, dude.
The pipes weren't big enough to flush toilet paper. I'm like, how? It's like 2018. How is it not? How do you not have the infrastructure to flush toilet paper?
That's horrible.
But, no, I definitely, either way, the experiences in my life that have led me to this point would allow me to beat the toilet paper yokai with
That's kind of crazy.
whatever
I think I could
circumstances
probably
are given.
What else is there? There's a bunch of weird Japanese ones. There's like a lantern. If you have a lantern, like a paper lantern that's been lit for 100 years, it turns into a little mischievous lantern boy, and he just kind of screws with you. But he doesn't do anything evil, I don't think.
So, like, are we beefing, or are we just, like, pulling practical jokes on each other?
I think the best thing to do would just be to burn him to be safe in case he accidentally, like, summons...
Or just don't leave a paper lantern lit for 100 years. I mean, it's that easy. 99
True.
years, 364 days go by. Get a new one.
I guess so. I don't know. I think I could beat that one pretty easy. You could just light it on fire.
And also, you could just rip it.
True. So I don't know much about this one, but you know Baba Yaga?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a
John Wick?
witch that lives in a house with chicken legs,
Oh, so not John Wick.
and she runs around. I think that one's really weird.
Interesting.
Like that's freakish. Who thought
It
of
is.
that?
What country does it come from?
I think it's like Russia area. I don't know if it's exactly Russia.
Yeah, the Russians are weird.
I don't know that one.
I would
for
still
100%.
definitely beat it, though.
Okay.
I don't even care the circumstances. It's an old woman.
What if she had the chicken house?
Chicken house? Well, then I just step on her house. Have you seen, like, a chicken hut?
No, it's
tiny.
tall. It's like a human-sized house with chicken legs on the bottom, and it runs around and kicks you.
Oh.
I don't think you could beat that. It's too tall.
Why? What are the Russians smoking?
I don't know.
Chicken leg house. I think I would beat it. Because I would just, like, pull the, Baba Yaga sus. And she'd have to come out of her house. If you challenge someone like that, they have to come out and fight you.
That is not even remotely true.
It
I
is.
wouldn't come out. If you said that to me, I would stay in my house.
Well, then I would come in.
Oh my god. You're a vampire. You're not invited.
I'm not.
Do you know anything about the Loch Ness Monster?
I don't know. I know about the Lake Erie monster.
Oh, you do? Tell me all about the
I
Lake
don't know
Erie
anything
monster.
about the Lake Erie monster. It's our hockey team. That's what I know.
True.
Bart,
I feel like
Bart knows about them.
Every big lake has like a blank monster.
Well, yeah, because people see, like, wood, and they're like, monster, because it's, like, far away. And even, like, up close, if you see a piece of wood in the river that's, like, floating, you can just be like, snake.
Sometimes,
and, like, 90% of people will believe you.
Well, because like there's something in your brain that makes you think that to like keep you on your toes. That's why people fall into conspiracy theories so easily. There's like a weird psychological thing where your brain's like, is that a snake? Yes. Even though it's a log, but it's to protect you in case it was a snake in the future. So like you stay scared of stuff. And that translates to like, oh, Mitt Romney must have 3 arms and owns a society above the world.
Well, he does.
No way.
If you think any politician doesn't just like leave this plane at night, wrong.
Okay. Let's do some rapid fire ones. Standard ghost, could you beat it?
Yes.
What if the ghost was really strong? Like it was Arnold Schwarzenegger's ghost. Do you think you could beat it then?
Well, so the thing with ghosts is it doesn't matter how strong they are because they can't really do anything.
What if he could?
Well, then I don't know. That's like unfair. That's just like fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's not really like a spirit or anything. It's just like, damn, I guess I gotta fight Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's really nice. I don't think he'd fight you.
I don't think he would either.
Have you like seen him in like interviews and stuff?
Yeah, he's
so friendly.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
out Arnold.
Yeah.
Love you, Arnold.
What do you think? Would you beat a ghost?
Depends on the ghost. I think if it was your ghost, I would definitely beat it because I could just call it a virgin and it would cry.
Dang.
And it would be like, I'm not a virgin. And I'd be like, haha, okay, loser.
Okay.
I would beat you in a fight if you were a ghost.
I could see the mental. Yeah.
Could you beat
Werewolf?
Werewolf? No way. A werewolf is like peak folklore.
Well, so here's the thing. You have to use a gun to kill a werewolf.
Yeah.
You need a silver bullet. And if we're not using guns, then no, there's no way.
You can just use silver.
It's not a fair... No.
Silver fork.
Yeah, just throw silver at it.
Stab it.
You gotta shoot it in the heart with the silver bullet. Are you not reading the folklore? Are you not reading the...
Couldn't you stab it with a fork? A silver fork, and that would do the same thing?
Yeah, but it's got thick skin.
So do I.
Okay, well...
my skin is
vampire.
paper. Vampire? Garlic, bro.
Stake through the heart.
They have so many weaknesses. Just cook them a nice pasta and be like, oh, don't worry, I used a garlic substitute. It's the North American wild onion that I just picked.
Yeah. Yeah, vampires are bitches.
True. But vampire aesthetic is...
Sheesh.
Goodness gracious, I might be buying some clothing.
Caught me lacking.
Mummies? Could you beat a mummy?
For sure. Unwrap them, punch them, they turn to dust.
Could you beat that one guy from the movie Mummy? Brendan Fraser, if he was a mummy.
Yeah, unwrap him, punch him, he turns to dust. Easy.
But what if you unwrapped him and he was doing that crying face? I think you'd be too sad to do anything. You know what I'm talking about? The image of him where he's just like...
There's no way I could hurt him.
I would feel sorrow in my heart. Loch Ness Monster. I feel like this one would be hard because she's in the water.
Harpoon.
Harpoon? Okay.
She's dead.
Well, what if it bounces off?
I don't know.
She would be kind of hard. Most water ones, like the weird little, what is it, the missing link or whatever, where it's like the fish man, he'd be hard too.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Ohio Frog Man?
Yeah, he's...
So, legitimately, the story is that there was like a 4-foot-tall frog humanoid that carried like a 4th of July sparkler over his head to warn people that he was there. He's not malevolent. He's not mean.
Definitely just there to give a good time for the kids.
Truly, he's just giving everyone a little show. He's like,
yeah,
hey, I'm the frog man.
Zombies
Zombies are really hard.
Talking about one zombie, or like a zombie apocalypse. What do you think?
Well, even then we have different kinds. Is it like The Last of Us? There's no way I'm getting through that, bro.
Okay.
Also, if the last year has shown me anything, it's that no one will wear a mask during a zombie apocalypse. If it's airborne, we are all getting it.
Well, it was like when the pandemic started, we saw like the memes where it was like the people who don't wear masks are the same people who would get bitten or scratched and not tell you.
It's so true.
So just don't populate your friend group with those people.
True. You're not going to
populate your...
When you get the vaccine.
I got the vaccine, dude. Now I'm anti-mask. Come on.
Oh, okay. Is that a meme?
It's definitely a meme. In my opinion, it's a meme. I don't think. Yeah, no, they are.
That's horrible.
Someone I shoot with, they got the vaccine, and they're like, "Well, I'm not wearing a mask anymore." I'm like, "Not how the vaccine works."
I guess. Whatever floats your boat. That's how we've been rocking it this whole
Hey,
time.
at least he got the vaccine.
True. My grandparents, I think, are getting it, which is good. My
That'll be
great grandma got it.
Jesus,
Yeah.
we're off topic.
Oh, that's fine. Who cares?
I think,
Could you beat your own grandmother in a fight?
yeah.
I wouldn't. I would feel too bad.
Yeah, but we're talking, in all these fights, ethics are out the window.
I still couldn't.
I definitely could. But back to the zombies. I think our friend group would be very well equipped to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have basically
Survival skills.
survival skills and
Gavin and
enough
Josh
weapons.
have survival skills.
I have enough weapons to arm, like, a small country. And enough ammo to, like, keep going for some time.
I'll bring motivation up by reading Walt Whitman and growing us food.
Like, during the Chicago protests.
Yeah.
What's his name? Alan...
DeGeneres.
No, Alan. One of the he's a poet. I don't know. Alan something. Ginsberg. Yeah, he was just like leading the protest by just like chanting poetry.
That's cool.
But then
poetry.
they took it to court and they were like, he was singing a war chant. He was egging them on. He was like politicians do.
Who would be the first to die that you know? Like, I'm pretty sure it would be you.
No, I apologize for the slander, but Ryan.
Ryan would be the first?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Sorry, Ryan. You don't provide any assets to the team.
All right. Let's go through these. Which ones could Ryan beat? All right.
Ryan, I'm sorry. I love you, but
Wendigo. I think Ryan could do
for
the ghost,
sure.
not the person, like me.
Yeah.
Jersey Devil?
Yeah, anyone can beat the Jersey
I
Devil.
don't think so. It's a dragon.
But it's made by Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. I guess. He
Like-
was kind of an incel.
Yeah, he's a fucking chud.
He said you need to eat and also do taxes and also write at the same time. He wrote down his schedule every day and was like, at 8 a.m. I will wake up, I will go to the bathroom, and I will be reading my taxes while I do so. He had this whole routine and everything. He's like, I will not waste a single moment of my life. I'm like, dude, you gotta chill.
Jesus. Well,
Could Ryan beat the Chupacabra?
yes, anyone can beat the Chupacabra.
Could Ryan beat a Banshee?
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's up in the air. I'll give him like a 5 to 6.
Okay. Mothman? No. Nobody can
no
beat
one's
Mothman.
beaten
I don't know a
Mothman.
single person on Earth who could beat Mothman except for Mothman.
Yeah,
La Llorona. He'd get tossed over the cliff.
for sure.
It would be funny though. He would like say like a
Oh.
witty one-liner beforehand. Nukalave, horse pestilence, the bringer of death.
No way.
Scroat slang. Do you think you could beat the elephant snake?
Anyone can beat Scroat Slang.
Just call him Scroat slang. He'll break out into tears.
He's done.
Gashada Kuro. Could he beat the Home Depot skeleton?
No. Not many people could beat the Home Depot skeleton.
True. It takes a special kind of person, and none of us are that. Not even you.
Dude, I drink so much milk.
Finally, melon heads.
Anyone can beat the melon. Well, okay, so he could beat the baby melon heads. The adult melon heads might freak him out a little bit.
They
and
might
then I'll
look
have
at
like
him-
an asthma attack and just like
Like you.
fall on. I don't have asthma attacks.
Not yet.
Is that a threat?
That's a threat. I'm gonna put sawdust in your drinks.
Ew. How much sawdust can you put in someone's Rice Krispie before they notice?
I love that.
No Rice Krispies,
Wasn't
all
didn't
sawdust.
his like scientific paper say like 70%?
A lot.
Yeah. What is your favorite folklore monster? Like, do you have one?
Honestly, it's not like folklore, but zombies.
Zombies
are
are
my favorite
really
because
cool.
like it's fun to just sit here and think like, dang, if there were zombies, what would I do? And like imagine yourself in like a badass point of view when in reality we'd all probably just die within the first like week.
I don't think I'd die. I would
Get
leave
turned
my
to a
house
zombie.
though. No, I'm just built different.
Okay. But on this list, definitely the Dybbuk, just because I would throw hands with it.
The Dybbuk? Okay. Yeah, you'd make it like do a little dance.
I would make him my little bitch. Like, it would just be chilling in my attic. I'd walk in, dap him up, and then go to sleep.
So, seriously, before I did all of this research, it was Wendigo. I think the Wendigo idea is really cool. But after all my research, I'm kind of leaning towards my boy, the Horseman. He's
Okay.
just so cool. Like the concept of like Nukalave just being this torso stitched onto a horse with like no skin.
It is
and
funny.
breathing out like smoke that just kills things. That's awesome. I love that. I think a lot of this stuff is really cool. Folklore is just cool in general.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I guess we can end it here.
Yeah. So thanks for listening. Thanks for making it to the end if you made it. Or if you just skipped to the end, fuck you.
Whoa.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week. I don't know what we'll talk about yet. I don't know. I was thinking maybe some true crime case or some weird oddity, but
Foreskin debate is coming. We just got to
we
get...
will have the foreskin debate. I promise you. We are working on getting all of the research compiled.
We also need, like, everyone
Oh, we're
here.
getting a lot of panelists for the foreskin debate. I promise you that.
It'll be the episode.
Next week, though, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a
Goodbye.
good one.